Good morning, everyone. Meteorologist Hutch Johnson joining you. It's Friday. We have flakes expected to fly. I'm reminding you that hutchesweather.com is a great way to check road conditions, snowfall reports, and the latest forecast updates from yours truly. Now, an update on what you need to know for today.
Now, a Hutch's weather update with Chief Meteorologist Hutch Johnson, brought to you by Robert Gibb and Sons.
Okay, we're going to get right to the facts and right to the meat and potatoes. You're going to go to work today. It's going to be cold out there, but the increased chances of snow really develop later in the day. By the time we get to our Friday night late, conditions will be pretty terrible. Look at the track of the storm system. You're looking at North Dakota, South Dakota here. We'll have a band of 6 or more inches of snow, quite possible. Winter storm is going to be possible. The wind will be picking up, but the good news is the timing of the strongest winds may indeed be late tonight and into Saturday morning. Saturday travel could be tricky across the region throughout the better part of the day. And a look at those isobars here. This is a snapshot at 10 to 11 o'clock at night. They're going to be very strong in the southern half. Snow getting lofted up toward the Highway 2 corridor, but the amounts up there not expected to be as strong. Here's a zoomed in version. Rapidly decreasing amounts north of Highway 200. South of Highway 200, 2 to 5 inches of snow. That includes the Fargo-Moorhead area, all the way out to Park Rapids and Bemidji, a little bit lower as you go south, though. Increased amounts. Otter Tail County, more potential for some significant snow there. I'm calling for 3 to 8 inches in the pink area here, and plus for that narrow band of heavy snow that's likely to ensue. For those of you that want to stick around and have time to do so here in just a couple of moments, I'll go over a couple of different models and tell you which one I think is on and why. For today, we get started with temperatures that are going to be cold and will be on the rise to around 11 degrees. Look at the warmth down south. It's going to drive snowflakes developing in the late afternoon and evening that will be sliding right along the North Dakota, South Dakota border. It will impact travel on I-94 between Dickinson and the Twin Cities. I-29 anywhere south of Fargo will be impacted, and we will have some concerns as well across portions of Wisconsin as well with this storm system. And then the cold takes hold afterwards. Here's the facts that you need to know. Today, not too bad, but by tonight, make sure you're where you need to be and be fluid with your travel plans, because it might be safer to just wait and keep an eye on it. Now let's take a look at what we have going on with a couple of different models. And to do that, once again, I want to remind you, hutchesweather.com has a button right at the top here for road conditions, snowfall amounts to get the very, very latest. And my latest video is a great place to catch them if you'd missed me here on Facebook. That said, let's go ahead and take a look at a couple of other things. Number one, let's go right to the forecast models that I promised we would go through here right quick and take a peek at what we have going on and why. And I want to zoom in just a little bit more in detail with regards to our neck of the woods and region. So let me do that real quickly here as here we go. Okay, now what we're going to do is look at the model that did the best job with the last round of snow in Hutch's opinion. So as I've looked over the last snow that made its way through, a couple of models did a fair job with this last storm system. Here's one of them. As we take this one through, what you're going to see is a development of some snow. Timing on this is noon on Friday, so southern parts of North Dakota will get a batch of snow, but we're not done yet with more snow in southeast Montana and central Montana working its way through. So we may get enough snow in the drive time home in our southern counties to have a little bit of an impact. The strongest of the wind and the storm, though, will be working its way as we go towards dinner time. The dinner time hour here, 6 o'clock at night, heavy snow along the border, and then it zips up toward the I-94 corridor, which could bring some significant snow as we head towards 10 o'clock at night. Now, heading through the overnight hours, look at these isobars getting way too friendly. When you see them get this close, you got to separate them a little bit to get that wind to calm down. They're going to have some gusts over 40 miles per hour. And I do think our North Dakota, South Dakota border counties, Gwinner, Lisbon, if you're out there in Ellendale, Oaks, those areas, all the way down into the Sisseton Hills, some very lofty snowfall totals will be possible. This system, by the time we get to daybreak, here it is, we'll see it moving off quickly off to the east. The wind sticks around. It'll be easterly and northeasterly across that I-29 corridor throughout the day. And the model's timing is very similar. It's just how far north the model throws the snow that is going to be the question mark here. How much dry air cuts underneath this system from the north? Here we go. This model has a little bit more northern trajectory to it. It also did a pretty good job with this last band. This is a time frame of 10 o'clock at night on Friday here, and then we go into the day by Saturday morning with gusty northwest winds, continuing that very slippery and icy road conditions. So now when we compare these same two models and we're looking at snowfall potential by the time we get to Saturday, look at Fargo in this model. And again, this model did a reasonably good job as we went through the last storm system. Now, this means that anywhere along and south of I-94, anywhere along and south of Highway 10 have a chance at seeing some significant snow. Compare that to the other model that did a reasonable job, and here we go, it's a little farther to the south. I do believe it's more probable that the southerly track is going to take place, but I will have you know, as you've seen a time or two, that this can shift either way. It really depends on what the radar is showing us as we get into the afternoon tomorrow. Is that snow band that's heavy down here near the border, or is it on the I-94 corridor? I'll keep you posted right here. I hope you have a good day. Thanks for hitting the old follow button on Facebook. And if you're watching on YouTube, thank you so much for subscribing today. Remember, hutchesweather.com will keep you covered no matter where you're at, no matter when you're there. hutchesweather.com.